jen yu ji nu
Nu
jan
jan zan ben mai
ke
ge
za
za
dom bo lai yan zen ru ge
ngu dru nye ben mai ju ne
she
she
su drai ko du kan ru man bu ko
che ji je su da dru je chen je la
she su zo ku ru ben ma si ti jen yu ji nu jan zai ben ma ke za dom bo lai
yan zen jo ge ngu dru nye ben mai ju ne
she su drai ko du kan ru man bu ko che su da dru je chen je lap she su zo ku ru ben ma si di jen yu ji nu jan zan ben ma ke za dom bo lai
yan zen jo ge ngu dru nye ben mai ju ne
she su drai ko du kan ru man bu ko che su da dru je chen je lap she su zo ku ru ben ma si di I take refuge until enlightenment in the Buddha, the Dharma, and the most excellent assembly. Through the merit of generosity and the other perfections, may I attain Buddhahood in order to benefit beings. I take refuge until enlightenment in the Buddha, the Dharma, and the most excellent assembly. Through the merit of generosity and the other perfections, may I attain Buddhahood in order to benefit beings. I take refuge until enlightenment in the Buddha, the Dharma, and the most excellent assembly. Through the merit of generosity and the other perfections, may I attain Buddhahood in order to benefit beings. Om So Bhawa Shuddha Sawa Dhamma So Bhawa Shuddho Han. From the state of emptiness, in a single moment of total recollection, I appear clearly in the form of the Lord Kasarpani, standing with his right hand in the mudra of generosity. In front of me is Varochana Ganchanso, with all realms complete in his form. From the Ushnishna on the crown of his head down to his throat center are the honored guests. From his heart center down to his navel center are the protectors, the guests who embody enlightened qualities. In his lower form are the guests invited out of compassion. On his lotus seat are the various kinds of beings who hinder us. In Kasarpani's heart center are the 6 syllables, from which rays of light shine, delighting those worthy of offerings and purifying those worthy of generosity, of the effects of obscurations and harmful actions. The 3 realms in their entirety become a pure realm. We'll go back to the beginning and do in Tibetan.
Sanjin chu dan zo ji cho nan lai chan chu bardo da ne jab zo ji da ge jen zo ji pe so nan ji zho la pen ji Sanjin chu ba shu Sanjin chu dan so ji cho nan lai Chan chu bardo da ne jab zo ji da ge jen zo ji pe so nan ji zho la pen ji Sanjin chu ba shu Sanjin chu dan so ji cho nan lai Chan chu bardo da ne jab zo ji da ge jen zo ji pe so nan ji zho la pen ji Sanjin chu ba shu Bhava Shuddha Sawa Dhamma So Bhava Shuddho Anle Geche Janzo Surane Chogo Kasa Pane Koi Shenda Chaye Choje Chenza We Dundu Namba Nanze Kanjenzo Kula Shenkanzo Betsudo Ne Rimba Yenje Kunjo Se Jundro Dejen Tuka Dewe Padala Gombo Yunde Gume Ninjendro Pedengere Lanja Savali Tuka Yige Drume Voze Je Choyo Nyeje Dide Jan Ganzo Malu Dab Shindu Ju Oman Pemyonre.
Dan Crane offers 7 butter lamps, offered for the baby swallow who fell from the nest. May they be beneficial and lead to a higher rebirth. Any merit obtained is dedicated to the higher rebirth of all mother sentient beings. Art and Sharon Ferris offer $21 for the Sur Offerings for the benefit of all beings who have died and those in the lower realms. May all beings benefit. And also the Trumgay family offers butter lamps for Didi Hall.
O Mani Padme Hori. Homage. Buddha nature permeates all beings. Mind is vast, embracing everything to the utmost. All beings, without exception, have the seed of Buddhahood. Here there is no inanimate world. There are no beings whatsoever. Arise, arise, O deity endowed with the 10 powers of enlightenment. I pray that you, the 3 jewels whose intention is to benefit beings, do not delay. Through the power of your innate compassion, I pray that you victorious ones and your retinues, without exception, come to this place where offerings are arranged and imagined. All the various kinds of guests throughout the vast array of realms approach and appear in the space in front of me. Ron, Yan, Kan, Om, Ahun, Om, Ahun, Om, Ahun. The smoke manifests as the goddess of sensory pleasures, the Vajra goddess of form who is lovely to gaze upon, melodious to hear, fragrant to smell, and soft to touch. In her 2 hands she holds a vase that is filled with divine nectar endowed with 100 flavors, from which emanate boundless clouds of offerings. She purifies the world and the beings in it of darkness and of the obscurations and moral faults. On the crown of her head is the Buddha Rinchen Mon, who dispels poverty with his right hand in the mudra of generosity, and who emanates a wealth of sensory pleasures as an inexhaustible treasure trove. Namazawa tatai katapayo bijo mukebe zawa taka mukate zaparan imangangana kam soha.
Back to Tibetan. Namo Deche Nyembo Ndrova Yonla Jazane Jajen Jodara Jede Ndrova De Damalu Sanje Jode Nana Me Semje Kaya Me Shenje Shenje Dojung Awela Tula Mida Doje Wangena Semjen Dola Gombe Konjo So Yeje Joshi Shambe Nende Ro Jawan Goje Malu Shezu So Shingan Janzo Don Ren Jon Tamje Jene Dunje Namga Jubai Umrayang Rejan Jamba Jaina Lae Duze Rojadan Dembe Pumba Namne Jube Jimbon Padu Me Baraju Niji Nyamre Damuba Dabara Jebe Jizona Sanje Rinje Manchaye Jojin Gewu Sejen De Yunje Lonje Zemi Jebe Tet Pubaju Namazawa Dada Gata Bayo Bijamukebe Sotaka Mukate Sabarana Magagana Kamso Namazawa Dada Gata Bayo Bijamukebe Sotaka Mukate Sabarana Magagana Kamso Namazawa Dada Gata Bayo Bijamukebe Sawataka Mugate Saparan Imagangana Kanso.
The Sur offerings are clouds of sense pleasures extending throughout basic space. These are offered to the sources of refuge and to the protectors, and given out of compassion to all beings and all those who hinder us. May they be delighted and satisfied. May we perfect the two accumulations, refine away obscurations, and enjoy the two kinds of benefit, the splendor of happiness and enlightenment. Om Mani Padme Hum Shri.
Chuyin Junga Sunchen Dayan Chen Kunjo Sishen Kumbo Yonden Dai Rinje Kere Sokun La Chujin Yinzimen Sozo Jijane Tenye Bende Bala Jibarasho Omane Beme Ore Chuyin Junga Sunchen Dayan Chen Kunjo Sishen Kumbo Yonden Dai Rinje Kere Sokun La Chujin Yinzimen Zozo Dijane Dunye Bende Bala Joparjo Omane Peme Ore Chen Chenga Sunche Doyon Te Kunjo Sishe Gombo Yonden Dari Dunye Gere Sokula Chuje Nitsen Zozo Dijane Dunye Bende Bala Joparjo Omane Peme Ore Chen Chenga Sunche Doyon Te Kunjo Sishe Gombo Yonden Dari Dunye Gere Sokula Chuje Nitsen Zozo Dijane Dunye Bende Bala Joparjo Omane Peme Ore Chen Chenga Sunche Doyon Te Kunjo Sishe Gombo Yonden Dari Dunye Gere Sokula Chuje Nitsen Zozo Dijane Dunye Bende Bala Joparjo Omane Peme Ore Chen Chenga Sunche Doyon Te Kunjo Sishe Gombo Yonden Dari Dunye Gere Sokula Chuje Nitsen Zozo Dijane Dunye Bende Bala Joparjo Omane Peme Ore Chen Chenga Sunche Doyon Te Kunjo Sishe Gombo Yonden Dari Dunye Gere Sokula Chuje Nitsen Zozo Dijane Dunye Bende Bala Joparjo Omane Peme Ore Chen Chenga Sunche Doyon Te Kunjo Sishe Gombo Yonden Dari Dunye Gere Sokula Chuje Nitsen Zozo Dijane Dunye Bende Bala Joparjo Omane Peme Ore Chen Chenga Sunche Doyon Te Kunjo Sishe Gombo Yonden Dari Dunye Gere Sokula Chuje Nitsen Zozo Dijane Dunye Bende Bala Joparjo Omane Peme Ore Chenga Sunche Doyon Te Kunjo Sishe Gombo Yonden Dari Dunye Gere Sokula Chuje Nitsen Zozo Dijane Dunye Bende Bala Joparjo Omane Peme Ore Chen Chenga Sunche Doyon Te Kunjo Sishe Gombo Yonden Dari
Return in Jekere, Zokon La,
Chujin yin zimin sozo jibjane dunye bende bala jibajo omane beme ore chenga sujo doyon dren kunjo zishun gombo yonden da ridro nyinje gere dokon la chuje menten sozo jibjane dunye bende bala jibajo omane beme ore Chengan Suchun Doyon Dren Concho Sisha Gombo Yondenda Richard Ninja Kere Zokon La Chichin Nitin Soso Chichane Tony Pende Pala Choparsho Omane Peme Woy Chengan Suchun Doyon Dren Concho Sisha Gombo Yondenda Richard Ninja Kere Zokon La Chichin Nitin Soso Jane, Dunye Pende Bala Choparsho, Omane Beme Ore, Chengan Suchun Doyon Dren Concho Sisha Gombo Yondenda, Return in Jekere Zokon La Chujin Yinzen Zozo Jane, Dunye Pende Bala Choparsho, Omane Beme Ore, Chengan Suchun Doyon Dren Concho Sisha Gombo Yondenda, Return in Jekere Zokon La Chujin Yinzen Zozo Jane, Dunye Pende Bala Choparsho, Omane Beme Hore, Chenga Suchun Doyon Dren Concho Sisha Gombo Yondenda, Return in Jekere Zokon La Chujin Yinzen Zozo Jane, Dunye Pende Bala Choparsho, Omane Beme Hore, Chengan Suchun Doyon Dren Concho Sisha Gombo Yondenda, Return in Jekere Zokon La Chujin Yinzen Zozo Jane, Dunye Pende Bala Choparsho, Omane Beme Hore, Chengan Suchun Doyon Dren Concho Sisha Gombo Yondenda, Return in Jekere Zokon La Chujin Yinzen Zozo Jane, Dunye Pende Bala Choparsho, Omane Beme Hore. Homage. I make offerings to all of you holy lamas without exception, who comprise the lineages of mind-to-mind transmission through symbols and oral transmission, from the Dharmakaya Samantabhadra down to my own kind Lama. I make these offerings to you, countless hosts of deities of the 9 yanas, of the 3 levels of Mahayoga, Anu Yoga, and Ati Yoga, of the 8 commands on sadhana practice, of the outer and inner classes of Tantra, and of the 3 mandalas of the Kala Chakra, outer, inner, and other. I pray that all my faults in upholding my precepts and samaya as a hold of awareness be removed, and that you grant me all sublime and more common cities without exception. O Mahorn, the nature of the inanimate world is that of the 5 feminine Buddhas. The beings in the world are the hosts of Dakas and Dakinis. In the 24 holy places, the 32 tantric gathering places, the 8 great charnel grounds, and the realms of the enjoyment of space and the enjoyment of earth, the foremost deities are the glorious Vajravarati, mother of the Buddhas Vajrayogini, Black Troma, the lion-faced Dakini, Kurukule, Blizzard Chenma, Paljunma, Norjunma, the 8 goddesses of auspiciousness, Troner Chen, Ritru Ma, Yung Chen Mo, and others. I make these offerings to you, goddesses of secret mantras, mantras of awareness, and Dharani mantras. I pray that this will make up for all my faults and failings in upholding my samaya, that you will carry out the 4 kinds of enlightened activity without hindrance, that you will ensure that I do not undergo terrible suffering at the time of death, and that you will then act as my escorts. O Mahorn, the Blessed One, the Buddha Shakyamuni, and the rest of the 1,002 Buddhas of this fortunate eon, the Buddha Gawe Paul and the other Buddhas of the 10 directions, Tipankara, Vipashian, and the other Buddhas of the 3 times, the excellent pairs Shariputra and Gagalyayana, Rahula and the rest of the Song of the 8 kinds of Shravakas, the 2 kinds of Pracheka Buddhas,
the 16 elders and their retinues of countless arhats. I make these offerings to all of you. I pray that all my faults in upholding my precepts of individual liberation be removed, and that I be liberated from the three lower states of rebirth and states devoid of leisure to practice. May I attain the state of the Shavaka and Pracheta Buddha Arhats. Om Ahun. Manjushri exemplifies the song of the Bodhisattvas, the 8 great sons of the victorious ones. Dorje Ningpo, Lodro Mizepa, and the rest of the 16 bodhisattvas of this fortunate eon, Chupa, Kakungu, and the rest of the countless hosts of bodhisattvas. I make these offerings to all of you. I pray that all the failings described in the bodhisattva scriptures that I've been subject to be refined away without any trace remaining, and that I encounter no obstacles in following the Mahayana path. Om Ahun. The masculine and feminine protectors are the Dharmapalas who arise through timeless awareness or through karma. The 75 glorious protectors, the male and female lineages of arrogant ones, gods, nagas, regional gods, and local spirits, and the lay practitioners who dwell in the land of snows and elsewhere in the world. I make these offerings to you who protect the forces of good and whose names are beyond number. I pray that you guard the teachings of the Buddhas, uphold the honor of the 3 jewels, cause timely rains to fall and rivers to continue to flow in this world, eliminate illness, famine, and conflict, ensure that we yogins encounter no obstacles in our practice of the Dharma, and act as our sponsors and allies. Om Ahun. Furthermore, hosts of gods, nagas, humans, and Brahmin seers whose every word comes true, the Akshajambala, gods who accompany us, the 5 kinds of gods who influence destiny, gods of the hearth and the field, all the deities and gods who increase power and influence, as well as the gods of the 4 elements and gods who dwell in the mountains and forests. I make these offerings to all of you. I pray that you act as my allies, ensuring my success and the flourishing of all forces of good. Om Ahun. Chompa, the horse-headed king of the Gandharvas, Rabga, the Gandharva who delights in song and dance, the legions of non-human spirits whose cities manifest in the sky, the various kinds of demonic beings, those who are malicious karmic predators, Trogma and her 500 children, and the 80,000 kinds of beings who hinder us. I make these offerings to you. Do not act in negative ways to harm me. Do not rob me of my power and influence. Give up your malice and aggression. Om Ahun. In particular, there are all those beings who are guests invited out of compassion, beings of the 6 classes, the 5 destinies, and the 4 ways of rebirth, including the 2 kinds of pretas who suffer poverty and want. And there are also those who have left their former bodies, whether this morning, yesterday, last month, or last year, and who have not yet found their bodies of the next life, but who wander in the narrow and harrowing defile of the bardo. They have no shelter or guardians, no protectors or allies. They have nothing from before they can rely on, and few resources they can count on. They have all the aggregates but that of physical form. Their experience is painful by nature. They are afflicted by their fear and confused perceptions. They are tormented by cold, hunger, and thirst, and their lifespan is uncertain. Like feathers in the wind, they have no control over where they go. I make these offerings to all of you beings in the bardo. May you encounter excellent circumstances, dwellings, companions, wealth, food, and drink, and may you be happy. As soon as this is so, may you see Avalokiteshvara or the Bodhisattva Nivarana Vishkambhya. Understand the bardo to be the bardo, apply that recognition to your confused perceptions, and recall your lama, the 3 jewels, your yidam, or the view. Being thus purified in an instant of the obscurations of your negative karma, may you gain mastery of awareness. May you have the ability to go directly to an extraordinary pure realm, such as Dewa Chen or Pema O. May the victorious ones be delighted by these offerings. May the sacred bond with the oath-bound protectors be fulfilled. May the wishes of the beings of the 6 classes be answered. May the debts owed to our karmic creditors be repaid. The 3 realms are a pure realm. The beings in the 3 worlds are the guests invited out of compassion. This nourishment extends everywhere without exception. Through the power of the true nature of reality, may beings enjoy these sensory pleasures as an inexhaustible treasure trove. Back to page 1 and the mantra. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Homage. Buddha nature permeates all beings. Mind is vast, embracing everything to the utmost. All beings, without exception, have the seed of Buddhahood. Here there is no inanimate world, there are no beings whatsoever. Arise, arise, O deity endowed with the 10 powers of enlightenment. I pray that you, the 3 jewels whose intention is to benefit beings, do not delay. Through the power of your innate compassion, I pray that you, victorious ones, and your retinues, without exception, come to this place where offerings are arranged and imagined. All the various kinds of guests throughout the vast array of realms approach and appear in the space in front of me. Ram Yang Kam Om Ahun Om Ahun Om Ahun. The smoke manifests as the goddess of sensory pleasures, the Madra goddess of form who is lovely to gaze upon, melodious to hear, fragrant to smell, and soft to touch. In her 2 hands she holds a vase that is filled with divine nectar, endowed with 100 flavors, from which emanate boundless clouds of offerings. She purifies the world and the beings in it of darkness and of the obscurations and moral faults. On the crown of her head is the Buddha Rinchen Mon, who dispels poverty with his right hand in the mudra of generosity, and who emanates a wealth of sensory pleasures as an inexhaustible treasure trove. Tata Gata Payo Bija Muke Zawataka Mukate Zapa Imanga Gana Kanso Sawatata Gata Payo Bija Muke Sawataka Mukate Zapa Imanga Gana Kanso Namazawatata Gata Payo Bija Mukebe Sawataka Mukate Zabaranai Magagana Kamso Cheyeng Changan Sucha Dayon Kunjo Sishen Gumbo Yendena Returning Jekere Sokon La Misenso Jane Tane Pende Palachu Parsho Omane Peme Ore Cheyeng Changan Sucha Dayon Kunjo Sishen Gumbo Yendena Returning Jekere Sokon La Cheyeng Sozo Jane Tane Pende Palachu Parsho Omane Peme Ore Cheyeng Changan Sucha Dayon Kunjo Sishen Gumbo Yendena Returning Jekere Sokon La Chejene Tenzo Chijane Tane Pende Palacho Parjo Omane Peme Uende Cheyeng Changan Seche Dayandre Concho Sisher Gombo Yandenda Returning Jekere Sokon La Chejene Tenzo Chijane Tane Pende Palacho Parjo Omane Peme Uende Cheyeng Jengan Seche Dayon Dren Control Sishu Gombo Yonden Region Ninja Kere Tsokun Lai Chichi Nitin Zozo Chichane Tanye Pende Pala Chuparsho Omane Peme Hoen Chien Jengan Seche Dayon Dren Control Sishu Gombo Yonden Region Ninja Kere Tsokun Lai Chichi Nitin Zozo Chichane Tane Pende Pala Chuparsho Omane Peme Hoen Chien Chengan Seche Dayon Dren Control Sishu Gombo Yonden Region Ninja Kere Tsokun Lai Chichi Nitin Zozo Chichane Tane Pende Pala Chuparsho Omane Peme Hoen Chien Chengan Seche Dayon Dren Control Sishu Gombo Yonden Region Ninja Kere Tsokun Lai Chichi Nitin Zozo Chichane Tane Pende Pala Chuparsho Omane Peme Hoen Chien Chengan Seche Dayon Dren Control Sishu Gombo Yonden Region Ninja Kun La Chichi Nitin Zozo Chichane Tane Pende Pala Chuparsho Omane Peme Hoen Chien Chengan Seche Dayon Dren Control Sishu Gombo Yonden Region Ninja Kere Tsokun La Chichi Nitin Zozo Chichane Tane Pende Pala Chuparsho Omane Peme Hoen Chien Chengan Seche Dayon Dren Control Sishu Gombo Yonden Region Ninja Kere Tsokun La Chichi Nitin Zozo Chichane Tane Pende Pala Chuparsho Omane Peme Hoen Chien Chengan Seche Dayon Dren Control Sishu Gombo Yonden Region Ninja Kere Tsokun La Chichi Nitin Zozo Chichane Tane Pende Pala Chuparsho Omane Peme Hoen Chien Chengan Seche Dayon Dren Control Sishu Gombo Yonden Region Ninja Kere Tsokun La Chichi Nitin Zozo Chichane Tane Pende Pala Chuparsho Omane Peme Hoen Chien Chengan Seche Dayon Dren Control Sishu Gombo Yonden Region Ninja Kere Tsokun La Chichi Nitin Zozo Chichane Tane Pende Pala Chuparsho Omane Peme Hoen Chien Chengan Seche Dayon Dren Control Sishu Gombo Yonden Region Ninja Kere Tsokun La Chichi Nitin Zozo Chichane Tane Pende Pala Chuparsho Omane Peme Hoen Chien Chengan Seche Dayon Dren Control Sishu Gombo Yonden Region Ninja Kere Tsokun La Chichi Nitin Zozo Chichane Tane Pende Pala Chuparsho Omane Peme Hoen Chien Chengan Seche Dayon Dren Control Sishu Gombo Yonden Region Ninja Kere Tsokun La Chichi Nitin Zozo Chichane Tane Pende Pala Chuparsho Omane Peme Hoen Chien Chengan Seche Dayon Dren Control Sishu Gombo Yonden Region Ninja Kere Tsokun La Chichi Nitin Zozo Chichane Tane Pende Pala Chuparsho Omane Peme Hoen Chien Chengan Seche Dayon Dren Control Sishu Gombo Yonden Region Ninja Kere Tsokun La Chichi Nitin Zozo Chichane Tane Pende Pala Chuparsho Omane Peme Hoen Chien Chengan Seche Dayon Dren Control Sishu Gombo Yonden Region Ninja Kere Tsokun La Chichi Nitin Zozo Chichane Tane Pende Pala Chuparsho Omane Peme Hoen Chien Chengan Seche Dayon Dren Control Sishu Gombo Yonden Region Ninja Kere Tsokun La Chichi Nitin Zozo Chichane Tane Pende Pala Chuparsho Omane Peme Hoen Homage. I make offerings to all of you holy lamas without exception, who comprise the lineages of mind-to-mind transmission, transmission through symbols, and oral transmission. From the Dharmakayas to Mantabhadra, down to my own kind Ru Lama, I make these offerings to you, countless hosts of deities of the 9 yanas, of the 3 levels of Mahayoga, Anu-yoga, and Raja Yoga, of the 8 commands on sadhana practice, of the outer and inner classes of Tantra, and of the 3 mandalas of the Kala Chakra, outer, inner, and other. I pray that all my faults in upholding my precepts and samaya as a hold of awareness be removed, and that you grant me all sublime and more common cities without exception. Om Ahun. The nature of the inanimate world is that of the 5 feminine Buddhas. The beings in the world are the hosts of Dakas and Dakinis. In the 24 holy places, the 32 tantric gathering places, the 8 great charnel grounds, and the realms of the enjoyment of space and the enjoyment of earth, the foremost deities are the glorious Vajravarahi, mother of the Buddhas, Vajrayogini, Black Troma, the lion-faced Dakini, Kurukule, Kuzar Chenma, Paljunma, Norjunma, the 8 goddesses of auspiciousness, Tronir Chen, Ritru Ma, Yung Chenmo, and others. I make these offerings to you, goddesses of secret mantras, mantras of awareness, and Dharani mantras. I pray that this will make up for all my faults and failings in upholding my samaya, that you will carry out the 4 kinds of enlightened activity without hindrance, that you will ensure that I do not undergo terrible suffering at the time of death, and that you will then act as my escorts. Om Ahun, the Blessed One, the Buddha Shakyamuni, and the rest of the 1,002 Buddhas of this fortunate eon, the Buddha Gawaipal and the other Buddhas of the 10 directions, Dipamkara, Vipashian, and the other Buddhas of the 3 times, the excellent pair Shariputra and Magalyayana, Rahula, and the rest of the Sangha of the 8 kinds of Shravakas, 2 kinds of Pracheka Buddhas, the 16 elders, and their retinues of countless arhats. I make these offerings to all of you. I pray that all my faults in upholding my precepts of individual liberation be removed, and that I be liberated from the 3 lower states of rebirth and states devoid of leisure to practice. May I attain the state of the Shravaka and Pracheka Buddha arhats. Om Ahun. Manjushri exemplifies the Sangha of the Bodhisattvas, the 8 great sons of the victorious ones, Dorje Ningba, Lodra Mezet Pa, and the rest of the 16 Bodhisattvas of this fortunate eon, Chupa, Tatungu, and the rest of the countless hosts of Bodhisattvas. I make these offerings to all of you. I pray that all the failings described in the Bodhisattva scriptures that I've been subject to be refined away without any trace remaining, and that I encounter no obstacles in following the Mahayana path. Om Ahun. The masculine and feminine protectors are the Dharmapalas who arise through timeless awareness or through karma. The 75 glorious protectors, the male and female lineages of arrogant ones, gods, nagas, regional gods, and local spirits, and the lay practitioners who dwell in the land of snows and elsewhere in the world. I make these offerings to you who protect the forces of good and whose names are beyond number. I pray that you guard the teachings of the Buddhas, uphold the honor of the 3 jewels, cause timely rains to fall and rivers to continue to flow in this world, eliminate illness, famine, and conflict, ensure that we yogins encounter no obstacles in our practice of the Dharma, and act as our sponsors and allies. Om Ahun. Furthermore, hosts of gods, nagas, humans, and Brahmin seers whose every word comes true, the Akshajambala, gods who accompany us, the 5 kinds of gods who influence destiny, gods of the hearth and the fields, all the deities and gods who increase power and influence, as well as the gods of the 4 elements and gods who dwell in the mountains and forests. I make these offerings to all of you. I pray that you act as my allies, ensuring my success and the flourishing of all forces of good. Om Ahun. Jompa, the horse-headed king of the Gandharvas, Raka, the Gandharva who delights in song and dance, the legions of non-human spirits whose cities manifest in the sky, the various kinds of demonic beings, those who are malicious karmic predators, Trogman her 500 children, and the 80,000 kinds of beings who hinder us. I make these offerings to you. Do not act in negative ways to harm me. Do not rob me of my power and influence. Give up your malice and aggression. Omahun. In particular, there are all those beings who are guests invited out of compassion. Beings of the 6 classes, the 5 destinies, and the 4 ways of rebirth, including the 2 kinds of pretas who suffer poverty and want. And there are also all those who have left their former bodies, whether this morning, yesterday, last month, or last year, and who have not yet found their bodies of the next life, but who wander in the narrow and harrowing defile of the bardo. They have no shelter or guardians, no protectors or allies. They have nothing from before they can rely on, and few resources they can count on. They have all the aggregates but that of physical form. Their experience is painful by nature. They are afflicted by their fear and confused perceptions. They are tormented by cold, hunger, and thirst, and their lifespan is uncertain. Like feathers in the wind, they have no control over where they go. I make these offerings to all of you beings in the bardo. May you encounter excellent circumstances, dwellings, companions, wealth, food, and drink, and may you be happy. As soon as this is so, may you see Avalokiteshvara or the Bodhisattva Nivarana Vishkambir. Understand the bardo to be the bardo. Apply that recognition to your confused perceptions, and recall your Lama, the 3 jewels, your Yedam or the view. Being thus purified in an instant of the obscurations of your negative karma, may you gain mastery of awareness. May you have the ability to go directly to an extraordinary pure realm such as Dewachan or Pemao. May the victorious ones be delighted by these offerings. May the sacred bond with the oath-bound protectors be fulfilled. May the wishes of the beings of the 6 classes be answered. May the debts owed to our karmic creditors be repaid. The 3 realms are a pure realm. The beings in the 3 worlds are the guests invited out of compassion. This nourishment extends everywhere without exception. Through the power of the true nature of reality, may beings enjoy these sensory pleasures as an inexhaustible treasure trove. Back to page 1 in the mantra. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum Shri.
Namo Deshi Nyembo Ruwa Yon La Cha Sende Cha Chen Chodo La Je De Ruwa De Dhamma Lu San Je Ju De Nanda Me Sem Je Kanya Me Shen She Shen She To Ju Ma We La Tu La Me Da Tu Je Wang Ge Na Sem Je Dun La Gong Be Kong Ju Su Ye Je Tru She Shan Be Nen De Ru Jawa Go Je Ma She Su Su Shin Gang Jian Zun Zhun Rin Chong Men Tam Je Chun Den Dun Je Nang Ju Ba Ju Ra Yang Ga Ai Hong Tuvan de yun je la mo su do je man ze shin ta na du ba yang nyen ba zhe shin ba re jan jan ba chang yin na la ye du ze ro ja dan den be pum ba nam ne chu be jin bon ba do me bra chu ne ju je nyam zhe da mu ba ta bra je be ji zu na san je rin chen ma cha ye chu jin ji je Uwa se shen de yun je long ju se mi she pe te tu ba ju na me sa wa ta ta ga ta ba yo pe jo ma ke pe sa wa ta ka mu ka te sa pa ra na ma ga ga na ka so ai na me sa wa ta ta ga ta ba yo pe jo mu ke pe sa wa ta ka mu ka te sa pa ra na Magakana Kanso Namesa Tata Ikatapaya Pijamukebe Satakam Gade Sabarana Magakana Kanso Namo Chugu Gundo Zambone Jinjen Savela Pardo Jumbe Gunda Ningyuje Lama Damba Masawa Meba Namda Tepa O Chuyin Chunga Sunjun Deyon Che Kunjo Sishun Gombo Yende Dijo Ninje Gere Zokon La Chuje Ninze Zozo Dijane Tenye Bende Bala Jabarasho Omane Peme Honje Chuyin Chunga Sunjun Deyon Che Kunjo Sishun Gombo Yende Dijo Ninje Gere Zokon La Chuje Ninze Zozo Dijane Tenye Bende Bala Jabarasho Omane Peme Honje Chuyin Chunga Sunjun Deyon Che Kunjo Sishun Gombo Yende Dijo Ninje Ona Chuje Ninze Zozo Dijane Tenye Bende Bala Jabarasho Omane Peme Honje Chuyin Chunga Sunjun Deyon Che Kunjo Sishun Gombo Yende Dijo Ninje Gere Zokon La Chuje Ninze Zozo Dijane Tenye Bende Bala Jabarasho Omane Peme Honje Chuyin Chunga Sunjun Deyon Che Kunjo Sishun Gombo Yende Dijo Ninje Gere Zokon La Chuje Ninze Zozo Dijane Tenye Bende Bala Jabarasho Omane Peme Honje Chuyin Chunga Sunjun Deyon Che Kunjo Sishun Gombo Yende Dijo Ninje Gere Zokon La Chuje Ninze Zozo Dijane Tenye Bende Bala Jabarasho Omane Peme Honje Chuyin Chunga Sunjun Deyon Che Kunjo Sishun Gombo Yende Dijo Ninje Gere Zokon La Chuje Ninze Zozo Dijane Tenye Bende Bala Jabarasho Omane Peme Honje Chuyin Chunga Sunjun Deyon Che Kunjo Sishun Gombo Yende Dijo Ninje Gere Zokon La Chuje Ninze Zozo Dijane Tenye Bende Bala Jabarasho Omane Peme Honje Chuyin Chunga Sunjun Deyon Che Kunjo Sishun Gombo Yende Dijo Ninje Gere Zokon La Chuje Ninze Zozo Dijane Tenye Bende Bala Jabarasho Omane Peme Honje Chuyin Chunga Sunjun Deyon Che Kunjo Sishun Gombo Yende Dijo Ninje Gere Zokon La Chuje Ninze Zozo Dijane Tenye Bende Bala Jabarasho Omane Peme Honje Chuyin Chunga Sunjun Deyon Che Kunjo Sishun Gombo Yende Dijo Ninje Gere Zokon La Chuje Ninze Zozo Dijane Tenye Bende Bala Jabarasho Omane Peme Honje Chuyin Chunga Sunjun Deyon Che Kunjo Sishun Gombo Yende Dijo Ninje Gere Zokon La Chuje Ninze Zozo Dijane Tenye Bende Bala Jabarasho Omane Peme Honje Chuyin Chunga Sunjun Deyon Che Kunjo Sishun Gombo Yende Dijo Ninje Gere Zokon La Chuje Ninze Zozo Dijane Tenye Bende Bala Jabarasho Omane Peme Honje Chuyin Chunga Sunjun Deyon Che Kunjo Sishun Gombo Yende Dijo Ninje Gere Zokon La Chuje Ninze Zozo Dijane Tenye Bende Bala Jabarasho Omane Peme Honje Namo Chugu Gundu Sambone Jinjen Tsawe Lame Ba Chumbe Gonda Nyingyuje Lama Damba Masawa Meba Namda Teba Rimba Gu Doju Samson, Jude Kaji, Jude Chena, Tungur, Tujen Golo, Chena, Jesumje, Jingurje, Maso Sami, Chameba, Bolo, Dagi, Tamzila, Nipe, Junjunwa, Tamje, Surjune, Jodan, Tumunge, Ngudu, Malu, Batsadu, So, Omo, Ah. Chinu Jin Jide Yunge Rangshin Nan Chuje Semjen Pawo Kandru Chongje Yuni Jo Zabji Ne Sun Jo Za Tuju Chenpo Je Kaju Dan Saju Je Dabo Balden Dorje Pamo Jayum Dor Nanjurma Troma Namo Dan Singhe Donjen Kuru Kule Dan Wuzirje Baldan Norjuma Chaji Je Lamo Je Chonyere Jena Rijuma Yumchemo la sode sanga da ringa zungwa nyim lamo nam lambo lo dage tamsi nyamcha tamche kong chinle namba shi tome don drupa dan chikara ne ju je dunga minchung lamna da suman ze do so Omo ahon sanjum dende shaja dube tse kaba sambo sanje tong sanye sanje gawe pala so choju da mamenze namze la so ba tu sumje sanje chozon da jen zin la so nyeru gende sonje yaje ran sanje rinye neten jembo judo kur da jumbe so samje mejab so da jeba namla bolo dage Sozo tabe domba dan gawa tamje sochu ngezon sumda mikumbe nirile tate nyera dachumbe gon toba juruje omo ahon paban jambre jinse chanju sembe gende nyewe seje dorje nyingbo dan loju mise pa lazo kazan semba juju jamba dan tado ngulazo chanju sembe sopa do me namlambo lo dage chanju jube genele sonwe tongwa nyamso nywa dada lame do chane tekpa jembe lamla paje me pa joy omo ahon yije dan lela jube chujon mangwen jamdra pangwen dunju zanga treba puju mo lalo yila jid damlo linda kanjena nebe genye karjo jongwe mingdan tsene matumba tamje lambolo sanji je temba son kunjo ge umbande jigdenje kamzo charju tuzo pop nemo druzo so nanjurba daja chudube baje sonjin yenda danem zedo so omo ahon jeya lalo meda transje transon demzi trube so Nujin Zambala, Lenji Jebe La, Ngove La Nga, Chimla Dan Shingla La, Kaje Wangdan Jebe La, Jungwa Jida Rida Naza Je La Namla Bolo, Dagi Leba, Karbu Chotam Je Jebe Dongron Zedu So, Omo Ahon, Chize Jabo Jumba Tango Jen, Ludan Kala Sebe, Chiza Rabga, Miam Chi Tongje Pananda, Jebe Zuen, Dunje Rizu Juba Tamje Dan Lenja Prunen Chape Re, Choma Mawu Ngabja Geri Tondra Jeju Dan Jebe Solam Bolo, Dendan Neba Manze Kaje Dan Wanda Mandro Runga Dan Duksu Ponje Omo Ahon Chebra Don Rova Ritu Lamgyu Nga Kene Namba Je Dube Ninje Dondo Jurba Tamje Da Ushin Pongbara Jube Yeda Dezen Nye Kazan Danan Sam Naninge Loda Shadu Ne Hame Luten Por Chime Luten Manye Siba Parmado Nyamga Changla Jabda Joba Meba Gwenda Punye Meba Hunje Saja Meba Gewe Ramda Nyuma Minjin Dube Pumbo Soba Dungaraje Ranshin Jigja Tunange Nawa Chato Komsumje Dong Seze La Ngeba Meba Chadru Lungi Tekba Shen Kandru Rawandantra Bardo Simje Neba Tamje Lambolo Nejo Rongju Zaton Pusum Soba Danche Papeba Jurje Tedra Jube Mula Papa Jere Zeda Chanju Sem Driba Namsen Done Bardo La Bardo Yimbar Ngoshe Tunan Jet Lama
da kunjo yidam da tawa jesu jende lengimbe jiba keji la tane rikpa rawan do dewa jenda pema wela sube shingam chibraji zendab zo drone barjo ji jawan chube nyejurji tamjen tutam konjurji Rijung Deba Simjurji Lenja Bulun Kojuji Kamsum Tagbeshin Sisum Tujendru Malu Chabesin Chunyi Nube Dunduye Mizebetel Longju Bajurji Omani Beme Honri Oman Beme Honri Oman Beme
Omani Peme One Free Namo Deji Nyambo Ayala Jaze Jajen Jodu La Jede Joan de Dama Sanje Ju de Nane Mezem Jengaya Me Shenje Shenje Toju Mavela De La Mida Toje Wangena Semje De La Gombe Konjo Zo Yeje Troshe Jambe Nedelo Jawa Koche Malu Shesu So Shinga Janzu Jongre Chume Namga Shubai Jurayanga Tuwande De Yunje Lamo Sudoje Manzeshin Tanadu Yanyimba, Jishimba, Rejanjamba, Chanina, Laye, Duze, Rojada, Dembe, Pumbana, Chube, Jimbon, Pado, Mebra, Joshi, Nujuji, Nyamjuda, Muba, Tabara, Jibe, Jizu, Sanje, Rinjema, Chaye, Chojinji, Ge, Uwa, Seshin, Jan, Duyunji, Longju, Semi, Jebe, Trubaju Nameza Tata Gatam Payo Bisham Kebe Sotakam Gadeza Parana Mangagana Kan Sohai Nameza Tata Gatam Payo Bisham Kebe Sotakam Gadeza Parana Mangagana Kan Sohai Nameza Ikata Payo Bijam Kebe Sawatakam Gade Zabarana Imangaganaika Zohoi Chuyin Junga Sunjun De Yunje Kunjo Zishun Gombo Yunden Ridun Kere Zokolai Chujin Yinzen Zozo Dijane Dunye Bende Bala Jubajo Mane Beme Kunjo Zishun Gombo Yunden Ridun Kere Zokolai Chujin Yinzen Zozo Dijane Dunye Bende Bala Jubajo Mane Beme Hore Chuyin Junga Sunjun Dayondre Kunjo Zishun Gombo Yunden Rejuvenate, get it, so good, light,
Chujin
Chujin,
Zin So
Zen,
So Jane Dunye Bende Bala
Chuparjo, Omane, Peme, Woenri,
Chuyen Chunga Sunjo Dayon Dre Kunjo Sishu Gombo Yondenda
Rejuvenate, get it, so good, light,
Chujin
Chujin,
Zin So So Jane Dunye Bende Bala
Chuparjo, Omane, Peme, Woenri, Chuyen, Chengan,
Sunjun Dayon Dre Kunjo Sishu Gombo Yondenda Redunye Gere Zokon La Chujin Zin So So Jane
Tame, Peme, Pala,
Chuparjo Omane Beme Honre
Shin Chengan, Ziche, Dayon, Dre, Konjo, Ziche, Gombo, Yonenda, Rejuvenate, get it, so good, light,
Chujin Zin So So Jane Dunye Bende Bala Chuparjo Omane Beme Honre
Shin Chengan, Ziche, Dayon, Dre,
Kunjo Sishu Gombo Yenden Dare Dunye Gere Zokon La Chujin Zin So So Jane Dunye Bende Bala
Chuparjo,
Omane Beme Honre Chuyen Chunga Sunjo Dayon Dre Kunjo Sishu Gombo Yenden
Rejuvenate, get it, so good, light,
Chujin
Chujin,
Zin So
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 Jane,
Jane
Dunye,
Dunye Bende Bala
Chuparjo, Omane,
Omane
Peme, Woenri, Chuyen Chengan, Ziche, Dayon, Dre,
Kunjo Sishu Gombo Yenden Dare Dunye Gere Zokon La Chujin Zin So So Jane Dunye Bende Bala Chuparjo Omane Beme
Woenri,
Chuyen Chunga Sunjo Dayon Dre Kunjo Sishu Gombo Yenden Dare Dunye Gere
so
Zokon
good, light, Chujin, so Jane,
Dunye Bende Bala Chuparjo Omane Beme Honre
Chuyen Chengan, Ziche, Dayon, Dre, Konjo, Ziche, Gombo, Yonenda,
Redunye Gere Zokon La Chujin Zin So So Jane
Dunye, Peme, Pala, Chuparjo, Omane, Peme, Woenri, Chuyen Chengan, Ziche, Dayon, Dre,
Kunjo
Konjo, Ziche,
Sishu Gombo Yenden Dare
Rejuvenate,
Dunye
get
Gere
it, so
Zokon
good,
La
light, Chujin,
Chujin
so Jane, Dunye, Peme, Pala, Chuparjo, Omane, Peme, Woenri, Chuyen Chengan, Ziche, Dayon, Dre, Konjo, Ziche, Gombo, Yonenda, Rejuvenate, get it, so good, light, Chujin, so Jane,
Dunye Bende Bala
Chuparjo,
Omane Beme Honre Namo Chugu Gundo Sambo Ne Jinjin Tsawe Lame
Bardo,
Jumbe Gonda Nyingyu Je Lama Tamba Masawa Mepa Namda Tepa Rimba Gu Doju Simson Dude Kaje Jude Jina Duje Kolo Jina Shensum Je Jinguro Je La Samye Tame Balambo Lo Dage Rinzin Je Domba Tamzi La Nyebe Chunchungwa Tamje Sorchune Jodan Tumunge Ngudro Malu Zadu So Omo Ahon Chine Jin Jide Yunge Rang Na Chuje Semje Pawo Kandru Chongje Yuni Je Zaji Ne Sun Je Za Tudru Jembo Je Kandru Dan Sa Ju Je Dabo Palden Doje Bam Jayan Doje Nanjurma Truma Namo Dan Singe Donje Kuru Kule Dan Wazir Jen Paldan Nurjuma Taji Je Lamo Je Tonyere Jenda Rijuma Yum Jemo Laso De Sanga Dan Ringa Sunga Je Lamo Nam Bolo Dage Tamsi Nyamja Tamje Kong Chinle Namba Je Tome Do Drupa Dan Chika Nikyu Je Dung Minjung Shin Lamna Dan Suma Zedo So Omo Ao Chomden De Jaja De Benche Kaba Sambo Sanje Tongzanye Sanje Gawe Pala So Choju Dan Mame Bedu sumji sanji chosun da dajen zen la so nindu ji da gindu sunji yaji ransanji ringi neten chimbo chudung kor da chumbe so samji mi chabe so jeba namla bolo dage so suratabe domba da gawa da so june nge son sumda mi gombe nirile tate nyera da chumbe kom topara churji omo ahon che pabwan jambra che zhe chanju semba gende nyebe seje dorje nyimbo da lodre meseba laso kazan semba chudu chumba da tado ngula so chanju sembe sopa do mebanam bolo dage chanju sembe denule sowe tongwa nyamso nyongwa da lame do jane teba jembe lamla baje me George Omo Ahon Yishedan Lela Trube Chujon Mangun Jam Pangun Dunju Zanga Treba Poju Moju Lalo Yulash Linda Kanjena Nebe Kaginye Kacho Jongwe Mingdan Tsene Matuba Tamje Lambolo Sanji Je Temba Son Kunjoge Umban Tu Jikden Je Kamso Chachu Tusu Po Nemu Tukso So Nanjuruba Daja Chudupe Barje Sunji Yundada Nemaranze Duso Omo Aho Sheyan Lalo Medan Tamse Densi Transon Densi Trube So Nujin Zambala Lenji Jebe La Gobe La Nga Chimla Da Shingla La So Kaje Wanda Jebe La Jungwa Shida Rida Nasa Je La Namla Bolo Dagi Leba Kabu Chodam Je Jebe Londron Zedo So Omo Ahon Chize Jabo Jumba Tango Jen Ludan Kala Sebe Chiza Rabga Meam Chi Chiz Donche Panang La Jebe Tsen Dunje Rizo Juba Tamje Dan Lenja Shangun Chabe Rik Chuma Mawo Ngabja Giri Tondra Jeju Dan Jebe Sola Bolo Denda Neba Manze Kaje Dan Wanda Mandro Runga Duzu Ponje Omo Ahon Chebradon Roba Ridu Lamgyu Nga Jene Namba Shi Dube Ningje Rendo Jurba Tamjet Ushin Pongmara Jube Yeda Desen Nye Kazan Tanang Sam Naninge Loda Shadune Ngame Luten Poro Chime Luten Man Siba Parmato Nyamge Changla Kyaptan Choba Meba Ngundan Pungne Meba Ngunje Saja Meba Gewe Ramdanyu Minjin Dube Pumbo Sowa Dungara Je Rangshin Jigda Chunange Nawa Chado Komsum Je Dongwa Tsetse La Ngeba Meba Chadro Lungi Tebrashe Kandru Rawandan Trawe Pardo Simchen Neba Tamje La Bolo Neda Nedro Salonju Zadon Pusum Sobadan Chene Pape Parchuruji Dedara Jube Mela Baba Chenreze Wanju Chenreze Da Janju Semba Jiba Namse Don Pardola Pardo Imbar Ngoje Tunajet Lamada Kunjo Yidam Da Tawa Jesu Jene Lengembe Jiba Kijila Dane Ripala Rawan Tup Dewa Jenda Pema Wala Sube Shingam Chibra Jen Sentab Sudune Prashoji Jawan Chube Ni Juruji Tamjen Totam Kong Juruji Rijo Deba Sim Juruji Kamsum Dabi Jen Sesum Tujen Malun Chapese Chuni Nubendu Doyen Mizebede Longe Barajurji Diba Chiyan Mejashin Gewa Pusum Sobaji Rangi Semne Yonsu Dine Sanje Temba
Sunandi Tanje Zipani Tune Nebe Dana Najene Chekana Chipala Tupai Sipe Sole Droa Droa Jamba Power Chita Jambata Kundu Zambo Dean De Jene De Da Kunji Jesu Daloji Kiwan De Da Tachera Tu Sun Shepe Jawa Tanjeji Owa Kama Chotunga Pade Take Kewe Tsawa Tikunja Sambo Chuchi Ratu Mawaji kandu chepe chewa tanje du tori yon den no parjo che mata tu che dan che che so shen du pe amayo parjo de alama tamba ni che ninan zen de che la che parjo che to ne bo don de te
Sende Sibe Gyanzo Gawa Jo Sipa Dambe Jura Donje Shepen
la changel me parsho la chen don jure me pai tanje chapche sanje to parsho chanju senjo rimbuche mache pananje jerchi chepa nyamba me pada kone kondo ewa sho kanri rawe kowe
Shinkansu Penda Deva Malwe Jumwe
Chere Sewan Zenjatoi Shape Kaje Patu Tenjuru Chi Kanri Rawe Kowe Shinkansu
Pendan Deva Malwe Jumwe
Chere Sewan Zenjatoi Shape Kaje Patu Tenjuru Chi Kanri Rawe Kowe Shinkansu Pendan Deva Malwe Jumwe Chere Sewan Zenjatoi Shape Kaje Patu Tenjuru Chi Tsasun Kudu Lopo Ende Majo Kandu Lunden Tando Enjo Pozo Chi Meri Pazin Bezo Nanji Mishi Tse Ngotu Dende To Tuten Nimbo Ngajur En Luchi Mindro Nangatsu La Wanjuni Kele Tendro Patao Jeze Pe Chutu Nima Jungu Jatenzo Chusun Jawa Chato Chen La Danda Jen Jin Joan Zumi Chen Lei Chi Shape Doje Chusura Tenjin Chen Lei Chato Ko Chen Chap Chi Chikme Toju Chupa Ngaki Wan Chutunga Chupa Tena Bui Pinge Kupa Malu Rapsame Lunju Chen Lei Tatu Che Chi Pende Chunwe Ne Chipo Tempai and Ren Ne Pada Tempa Zimbe Chipuna Kutse Chaten Tenju Chi Kenlo Chusun Ren Luche Sanling Sasun Chapa Pel Drojun Chusun Nawata Mitra Dusa Gele
Okay.
Thank you very much, Rinpoche Law.
Thank you.